Waiting.
We don't know if we're live. Oh, is it doing a little?
It's doing a circle, yeah. I think we're live.
I think we are live indeed.
And
it's 7.
Oh, okay. Confirmed?
Confirmed. Well, maybe. We've got no viewers.
Think late Facebook Live has begun. We if anybody's out there, would you just do a comment saying you're on? Otherwise, we're gonna.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. We're on. This is Hip Stitch. I'm Suzanne. Thanks for joining in. We're going to spend the next 5 to 30 minutes with a spectacular evening ahead. So I did promise some dancing elephants. They're running late, so they might come towards the end. The talking crocodile, I heard from his agent, and he's having a temper tantrum, so he's not coming in. And the live mermaids, we tried to fill an aquarium. It's still filling up, so that's unsure. So I'm just going to have to wing it without all the promised entertainment that I threw out to you a couple hours ago. So welcome. How is everybody tonight? We're going to start with let's just go into our first giveaway. $25 gift card to Hip Stitch. Share with us. We're going to pick somebody at random. What are you sipping on tonight? And if you're from out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, where do you live? So we're going to give, I don't know, what do we give? About 5 minutes for folks to respond. Hang on 1 second because I have a frog in my throat. That's just great. I'm having, with the weather getting a little bit warmer, I love to have a glass of wine in the cooler months, but when the weather gets warmer, I pour a little bit of wine with some sparkling flavored water. And I highly recommend lime flavor or lemon or orange, but it's light and refreshing and not as heavy as the winter months and the cold. So I'm expecting you to start sharing. Are folks sharing what they're
having? Not yet. I think we have a bit of a
little
delay.
Delayed.
Am I talking too fast?
No.
Am I live?
Yeah, I think we have a delay. Seeing
the comments coming in on our side have a bit of a delay.
This is going to be a fun night. Anyway, I'll just reiterate that in a minute because I have no idea how folks join in. So as you join in, we will talk more about how to win your $25 gift certificate. So what are you sipping? Share in the comments. We're going to pick somebody at random in about 5 minutes.
Got some tea. A couple different teas. We have
so sorry.
That's all right.
The comments are being read to me off stage. So while you're commenting, let me share with you, as I always do when we do this, how are we open? And I am so excited to say something different than I have been saying for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 50 months. I don't know. We are now open. Our door is open for you to come in and shop if you live locally. We are open from Monday through Saturday, 10 to 3. We're just having a few folks in the store at a time, starting with 3 and just seeing how this goes because we all just have to roll with it. Masks and hand sanitizer, please. But we're so excited. We've been open for a week. And I am so excited just to share with you how lovely it has been to see you. Not everybody is watching has been in the store, but those of you that have been just gracious and kind and appreciative to slowly step back into the world. And the best part is just watching folks just kind of wander, open mouths, no, I can't see your mouths, through a fabric store after a year and just gape at everything. And that's been the best part of it. So anyway, open our doors. Remember, when you order online, you continue to get 20% off running yardage. So we'd love you to still order online, slowly make your way back into the world again. So we do ship for free for $75 minimum, and we continue to deliver local as well as you can pick up your fabric here at the store. Anything I need to know off stage? Okay, we'll give it about another minute, and then you're gonna choose over now.
2 more minutes, yeah.
2 more minutes, all right, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna go through a lot of what's new at Hip Stitch. I'm gonna start with this lovely lamp next to me, and it's turned on. I know you're thinking that's a featherweight machine. It is. It's also a lamp. How is the angle of this lamp in the picture?
You can see it, yeah.
So I can't tell if you can notice the difference. It's turned on. It's turned off. It has about a 60-watt bulb. But Jeremy and Steve put their heads together and came up with the idea of offering this as a product. So we have this one for sale. We're going to be putting more together, but it's just wonderful if you're a featherweight lover and a collector or not, but just it's a non-working featherweight, but it is a working lamp. So Khadijah, if you want to share the link to where you can find this on our website, the featherweight lamp. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, just a reminder, you're watching on Facebook, which means that you go to Facebook. So every morning during the month of March, we have a flash sale. We're trying it out. If it really works and takes off, we'll just continue to do it every day. But it's only from 6 to 9 or 6 to 10 a.m. We're just kind of narrowing down the hours to make it more of a mad rush into the big box store to grab things and you're all fighting over the item. No, I'm just kidding. Just to make it fun, we're just doing it for a couple hours every morning. One item in the store gets discounted at least 50%. Some of them are 65%. So that's very exciting. You have to get up early though. What else is new? We got in, you can see behind me, I know I can't zoom in on this, but this is part of the new CAFE 2021 collective. It all arrived last week on a Friday. We spent a couple hours Friday afternoon unboxing. We went home. A couple of us came back and finished getting all the orders fulfilled. So it was a huge shipment. I think 65 or 70 bolts. A couple of them are gone. A lot of the bolts are skinny, but here's just a glance of the CAFE 2021 collection. And we can also put that up so you, in the comments so you can click on it. It's beautiful. There are 2 kits I want to show you. You're going to see them at a distance, but on the website, there's a close-up picture of the kit. So up here to my right, where I'm pointing, way up there, it's called the Spaceman Quilt Kit, and it's an adorable pattern from Villa Rosa. And Cindy took the panel, it's a full panel in the middle, so you don't have to piece all that together, and created the sample with the 2 other fabrics from the Outer Space collection. But it's really, really cute, and we have kits for sale for the Spaceman Quilt Kit. And it measures about 45 by 60, I believe. So that's a really cute item. And then over here, can you see this in the Facebook?
Kind of, yeah.
On the Facebook, this is modern landscape. Again, it's a panel in the middle. Susan made this one. And we have the kit for that, and it features some grunge metallic fabrics and some ruby star speckled. And it is stunning. Susan loaned this to us. It's hanging in her studio, but loaned it to us so that with our doors opening, we can have more to hang up, because we had to make this turn into kind of a warehouse to a store again. That was fun. Okay, we have glow-in-the-dark fabrics. You want to hold up a couple to clear. All right, so these are so cool, skeletons and bones, and you can't obviously see the glowing part because the lights are on, but here's a really cool dinosaur, parts of a dinosaur, glow in the dark. We have constellations. It has a navy blue background. We have spider webs that are glow in the dark. Am I holding these up okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we have, what is that? Oh, it's marijuana leaves. cannabis glow in the dark, which is cool. Well, I won't say anything more about that. Thank you. You want to hold this back or should we keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. We just received in from Moda yesterday the On the Go collection. We cut a fat quarter bundle, so I think there are about 35 fabrics in this collection. It's just an adorable juvenile fabric. I'm not going to specifically say for little boys and little girls who love anything on the go. Here are 3 of them in 3 colorways. There's bulldozers and dump trucks and firemen, fire trucks. Maybe there's a fireman there, I don't know. Also really cute airplanes, all transportation themed. I think that's called road, because there's also one that tire tracks. Oh, here's tire tracks. So anyway, 35 total of these. We have yardage and we have fat quarter bundles. And do we have the play mat ready to?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, we do. And there is an adorable, it's right here, play mat that's canvas, so you can just finish this off maybe with some laminated cotton on the back. And so with some laminated cotton, you can lay it down on the floor and give your little one some Hot Wheels and go and sit down and watch a soap opera because they'll be occupied with their play mat. Does anybody ever watch soap operas anymore? Are soap operas even on anymore? Does anybody know what's anyway? That's my tangent. Okay, there's a lot more, but I want to get through this tonight and also remind you that we're open. You can come in, but check online with our new collections and what's new in the store. So I want to share with you about our virtual quilt show. No, virtual art show. I think we originally threw it out as a quilt show, but we have received entries for art that's rug hooking and applique and quilts and garments and purses and I think a painting. Anyway, that is coming up. We're going to publish that online on March 20th, Saturday, March 20th. We have received probably about 150. Anyway, a lot of submissions. The deadline is come and gone, so now we're putting the final show together. But it's going to be online. We're going to put it on our website. We're going to put it on Facebook. It's absolutely beautiful, and for those of you that submitted work to me, I have loved seeing every single thing that you've made, and I've said this before, but I'm very honored that you trust me to share that with me and with someone else out there, because that's your personal work. So thank you. There have been some just beautiful things that we've turned in. Okay, Cindy Bruner is starting to teach again. Let me backtrack. Hip Stitch is going to have classes. Mid-April, we're going to start. We're going to start slow. We're just kind of tiptoeing back into the water, but Cindy Bruner is going to do a series called Quick Quilts 2B. She did Quick Quilts a year ago, but then that had to end with the closure. So this one is focusing on curved piecing, and behind me, and I'll sort of move one way and the next, are 3 of her samples. This is going to be a monthly class. It's not consecutive, so you can take May but not April, and June but not August. But each month is a different pattern, a different technique, a different quilt that you learn something to do with curves when you're piecing. So let's see if I get this right. This one is called This one is called Parallel Path. This one is the Blue Onion. And this one is Urban Abacus by So Kind of Wonderful. This we have for sale in the store. The other 2 patterns, one is a PDF, one we're getting in. So if you're interested in this club, we're going to be publishing this on our website and our newsletter next week. The dates, the details, times. but we're so excited. First classes starting up in April. We are going to have a sewing retreat in April. I'm just going to throw that out now, but put out more in the newsletter to come, but we're very excited about that. Very, very excited. Okay. Anything I need to know? Should we draw a winner yet?
Yeah, our
It's
winner.
written in your script.
It's at the
Down at
very
the bottom.
end.
Oh, at the very bottom. They are so good. Marilyn Maddie, who's drinking an icy Diet Pepsi. Icy, not ice, but icy. Marilyn, you have a $25 gift certificate coming your way. I will send it in a message to you on Facebook, the code, so you can use it online, or you can come into the store and spend it. Marilyn said, thank you. Thanks for joining in. And I can't see you, so I can't say nice to see you, but nice that you're here. Okay, next I was going to share
A hip tip.
I'm trying to find a hip tip while pretending that no one can see that I'm reading something off screen. Everyone thinks I'm just thinking. Okay. Hip tip part of the show. The sitcom that you're watching. I always give a little sewing tip, and tonight's is really easy. I don't have anything visual to show you, but it's pretty simple. So when you have a piece of fabric, color of a fabric, and you're trying to match a thread to it, and you've narrowed it down to 2 threads, a good rule of thumb is choose the darker of the 2. That's it. I've been hearing that for years, and that's true to form, because when you go lighter, it stands out a little bit more on your fabric. When you go darker, it blends in a little bit more. So there's your hip tip for tonight. Oh, I was going to give a hip tip for makeup, because obviously I'm one to give tips on makeup. Here's your makeup tip. Treat yourself. In the future, we don't know when masks come off, to a new lipstick. Because how many of you have not put lipstick in probably a year? Well,
We
I
have
have it
go ahead.
tonight. I'm rambling. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say we have a question. Amanda wants to know when we can sign up for the class.
For Cindy's
class.
Amanda, we're gonna put this out in next week's email, which is always shared on Facebook. So probably mid to late next week, everything's gonna be published. It's gonna be on the website. So I'm glad to hear that you might be excited about taking a class. Oh, so okay, any other questions, comments? Is everyone fully entertained? Because that's my goal.
Caitlin said, "You're supposed to match thread."
Caitlin, I just adore you. You share my sense of humor. I'm sure you do too, but unless, Caitlin, you actually want your thread to stand out, which I've done before. Okay, let me go on a tangent. When my girls were little and I would make cute little outfits for them, sometimes I would intentionally do a contrasting or pop color of thread for the hem of their cute little skirts, or a pocket on their pajama pants, and I would do like a fun zigzag stitch with a different color thread. So depending on whether you want it to blend in or stand out.
Maria wants to know if we have beginning sewing classes. Are we going to start doing
Maria,
that?
yes. Well, we don't have dates and times yet, Maria, for beginning sewing classes. We have a couple different teachers, including myself, that taught that, and we were all wading, W-A-D-I-N-G, back into the water of teaching again. So just a combination of wanting the weather to get warmer so we can open windows and doors in the classroom, and also, to be quite honest, I had someone ask me today about private lessons, and I said I'm getting there with my mental state. I've loved seeing everybody this week come in and chat with you, but we probably all are in the same boat that, you know, we have to learn how to socialize again and learn how to do all the things we did before. So I think we're all that way here at Hip Stitch. We just need to ease back into it. And that is a really long answer to your question. And the question is, yes, we do have beginner classes. They will be coming probably in the next 2 months. Okay. We talked about new lipstick someday when our masks are off. I think it's time for a trivia question. I'm just looking around to see that I've covered everything we talked about. Okay, how about another $25 gift certificate? So, today is National Landline Telephone Day. So we're going to pick a winner at random, but what we want you to do, as quick as you can think of it, don't think too hard about this. Type in a phone number that you remember from childhood. I don't think there's any danger of like the phone number being tracked or what's it, because do you remember years ago when we used to have phone numbers memorized? My daughter, who's sitting right over here, I don't have her number memorized, and that's awful because we're all in cell phones and I just type her name. She's looking at me like,
You don't have my number memorized?
I remember the prefix of it, but
505.
anyway, I'll start. Well, this wasn't years ago, but my last landline phone was 856-1127. Right, Claire? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's still like Smith's rewards number.
So if you want to take that number and go to Smith's and give it to the cashier, you can use our rewards at Smith's.
No, they would be giving us rewards, then I get gas for cheaper.
Oh, okay. This is a fundraiser for my daughter. Gas money. Use at Smith's. So go to Smith's and give them the number that I just rattled off. But we all have that somewhere deep in our memory, don't we? Have a phone number memorized. So type in the first number that you remember memorizing as a kid, whether it was your best friend or home or grandma or it's like, gosh. I remember these, and you go like this. Say, operator. Oh, sorry, that no. I remember that from the movies. I remember big clunky phones and phones with twirly cords. And hey, do we have any telephone fabric?
We used to. That one kid's fabric.
We're gonna search for telephone
The rainbows
fabric.
and the phone.
Because really, I'm trying to dredge up some memories from everybody who's watching. Everyone's thinking of numbers. Has anyone put numbers in yet?
No, we have a bit of a lag.
That's okay. $25 gift certificate. Type in the comment the number that pops into your mind that you had memorized as a kid, a landline phone number. Hey, these are the phones I remember when I was a kid, and this fabric sure looks like the 80s. When my siblings and I would fight over the phone that was in the kitchen on the wall. And the person that was talking, you know, when you're a teenager and you don't want anyone to hear your conversations, and we would stretch it from the wall all the way out the back door, which was right off of our little kitchen, and sit on the railing and talk on the phone. So the cord was all stretched out. And then the person who wanted to make a call was really mad because that person was out there and they wouldn't let his or her sibling open the door to come out. Or was that only me? Anyway, remember those days? Okay, so while we're waiting for responses, comments, I'm just going to recap what we talked about tonight. So I shared with you the Modern Landscape Quilt Kit, which is beautiful and kind of an Asian themed panel. Beautiful, beautiful. Way up here is Spaceman Quilt Kit. The pattern is from Villa Rosa. Cindy made the sample using one of our panels. So that's called Spaceman Quilt Kit. We do have classes coming up in April, probably mid-April. Classes. This is going to be our first series of learning curved piecing. CAFE 2021. That's just a pop of cake behind me, but we got the the new collective in. Oh, I do want to mention about Cave. I don't know if any of you watching have signed up for the Quilt Along, which begins this summer. And we've had questions about the whole timing of everything. So if you've signed up for the Quilt Along and the Quilt Kit or the Quilt Kit, the pattern and the kit won't be available until June, right before the Quilt Along starts, because even though we received about 65 bolts of new K fabric, we're still getting a load of fabric in June to put the kits together. If you're not doing the Quilt Along that last 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
That I've been talking. So anyway, Quilt Along starts this summer. There's months of build up. If you sign up for the kit, you just have to put down a deposit and then you can pay the rest off. And I'm talking too much. Quilt Along. The virtual quilt show, just be in touch with us on social media or checking our website. But Saturday, March 20th, it's going to be published in some sort of fantastic format that we're working on. And we're open to in-store shopping now. Oh, one more thing on the go. I'll show just a few of these for those of you that are tuning in now versus 10 minutes ago. On the go from Moda, a whole adorable collection of all transportation juvenile themed fabrics, and the whole collection is here, and you can get a fat quarter bundle of almost all of it. Actually, let me back up, and this is an interesting story. We got the whole collection in yesterday, minus how many bolts?
2.
2 bolts. And we asked Moda Fabrics about it, and I don't know if any of you follow Moda online, but my gosh, their warehouse flooded with the snow and ice storm a few weeks ago. So 2 bolts from that collection were ruined with the pipe. I think it was a pipe burst and the warehouse flooded. So that's something interesting. Definitely not good news, but anyway, it's an adorable collection. It's called On the Go. And I have made I'm not going to eat this in front of you, but I'm eating this for dinner tonight. Catherine Silling, I don't know if she's watching tonight, but she's one of our hip stitchers here. And probably for the last 4, 5, 6 months, she has been, well, let me back up. Catherine hasn't worked here since the shutdown, and probably about 6 months ago she started bringing in and dropping off baked goods with the recipe and where she got it and exactly what it is. And so thanks to Catherine, I'm a few pounds heavier during this pandemic, but I am okay with that. So today's cookies, or did they come yesterday?
Today at like 2.
Oh, they came at like 2 today.
Yeah.
And they're almost gone.
There were so
I didn't
many.
eat them all.
There's probably 60.
4 or 5, but anyway.
I had probably 15.
Catherine has been wonderful. Bralia has also brought in different baked goods over the month. So they are just trying to fatten us up. That's what I think. What else? On the go. Are there any questions?
We put the winner in? We have the last winner in their comments. But we've also got this if we want to talk about it.
Oh, we have another winner. Okay, yeah. I'll just drag this out a little bit longer.
Yeah, you grab them.
Yesterday or today arrived from Robert Kaufman. The collection is called Chili Smiles. Do you want to just hold up? They're going to hold up close. They're so cute. It's a small scale. There's little chili peppers. There is
little cactuses.
Or is it cacti?
Little cacti. Got little tomatoes. And these little avocados.
It's so cute. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Different. Okay. So it's really cute. Chili Smiles, Robert Kaufman. Maria Miner, did I pronounce it correct? Maria is the winner of our second 20 kit. Maria, did you rattle off the phone number?
She did.
Did she say who she remembered it? Okay.
Just the number.
You just don't know if that was your phone number or best friend or. So congratulations. I have to say, there is nothing wrong with comfortable silence, number one.
Is that what you were going to say?
No. We need to have more comfortable silence in our lives instead of uncomfortable silence. No, I have to say, in the last week that we've been open, we've had two different, I don't know if any of you are watching, but two different gals came in and shared the reason they love the Facebook Live so much is that I have a glass of wine, and you can tell that I've had my glass of wine as the Facebook Live progresses and towards the end, and I just thought that was so funny.
Maria said the number was a business number, and it was because the commercial was catchy.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So you were a little kid, I'm assuming a little kid, and listened to the...
I'm assuming a little kid.
Now I'm trying to think of all the jingles of business phone numbers that I've heard as a kid. Oh, Maria, now you've got me down the rabbit hole. Remembering my youth. Anything else? Is it just comfortable silence?
It's
okay.
Bridge on uncomfortable.
I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for, thank you. Just thank you. You know, I appreciate you. And this has gotten so much easier over the last 8 or 9 months that I've been doing this Facebook Live, and it's been fun. Hopefully you can come in soon. We're tiptoeing out into the world. Hopefully our classes will start filling up on the calendar and then filling with a safe number of people. I'm going to sign off, I think. Are you ready to click end when I sign off? Because there might be uncomfortable silence. Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you.